Yes, sir. There they are, warming up right there, getting ready for today's big final SCAC regular season finale. The DePauw Tigers getting ready to take on the Austin College Kangaroos. If they win today, they clinch a share of the conference title. Of course, they need some help today. They need Center to lose to Trinity so they can clinch the conference title outright and an automatic bid for the NCAA Division III playoffs. I'm John Herrick. Scott White and I will be up in the booth calling all the action today, beginning at about 1:45. We have countdown to kickoff coverage at noon today, so lots of great things getting ready today. Next week we got the Monon Bell game, of course, and we'll be out here live. We've got a 2.5-hour pregame show for you planned, and a big game today between the DePauw Tigers and the Austin College Kangaroos. We'll have post-game sound and reaction following the game. Here with the wide receiver, junior wide receiver for the DePauw Tigers. You broke a couple records today, Alex Scores, and you got the big win. You guys clinched a share of the conference title. How does this feel for you right now?
It feels obviously, it feels pretty good. It's a huge win, obviously, for at least a share of the conference. We got a shot to win it outright. Trinity does their job, but obviously it's a big win. And we got one more. We got one more to take care of, and hopefully we can do that and go into the playoffs with a lot of momentum.
It seems like no game at all this year. Every game was a battle. No game was given to you. Really, no game was easy. Every game in the conference was a battle every time. What's it feel like to have to fight off every game and do the best you can and come away with tough victories almost every week?
Well, our conference is very strong. Millsaps and Trinity, they always put up a good fight. Austin's getting better and better each year, so the conference is very strong. And obviously that shows. They really push us game in and game out. But it's a lot of hard work during practice, hard preparation, good preparation. It's paid off for us.
Yeah, Spud was just you guys are just on some wavelength out there. Austin tried everything they did. They tried to roll double coverage towards you. You just had that mismatch all day on either one of those corners that were trying to cover you. What's it like to just know that you have that slant route, you have whatever you need over the middle? You were open all day today, it seemed like.
Well, the offensive line did a great job giving Spud protection all day, and then that got me wide open. And the running game I thought was pretty good today too, so that also helped me out a lot. But Spud and I, we were just doing what we've practiced all week, and it paid off for us.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Alex, and good luck next week in the Monon Bell game.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here now with tight end from the DePauw Tigers, Mark Brannigan, or wide receiver. They were splitting you out wide a lot of those times today. What's it feel like to get the big win over Austin today?
Oh, man, it just feels great. It's a goal we set for ourselves back when we were freshmen to get this thing done, and you can't really describe it, all the hard work and everything like that. It's awesome. It's awesome.
So now you guys are at least clinch a share of the conference title outright. You guys got a lot of senior leadership on this team that have pulled you through. Obviously, you had some adversity at the beginning of the year with Coach Walker leaving, but you seem to have fought through that, no problem at all. How have you and the offense and collectively as a team been able to fight off all this adversity?
Man, I think that when anything bad happens with this team, we really mold together, and we really came together and said, nobody's going to do this thing for us. We have to do it for ourselves. And it's been a collective effort from the beginning. Obviously had that one hiccup second game, but we've been in the playoffs every game since then, and that's how we've treated it. Have to win every game, and that's what we've done. So,
if I told you Trinity was beating Center 10-7 right now at halftime, what would you say?
It's awesome, but we have to win next week too.
Yeah.
So, I want to know what happens with that game, but we got a Bell game next week that's more important right now. So we'll get that one. We'll probably be in the playoffs regardless. So it feels great right now. I'm gonna enjoy it. And big time game next week. So
you're like you kind of just sneak out of there every once in a while and make a catch when the defense doesn't expect it. How are you able to do that and fool the defense a lot?
I mean, just running the routes that's called. Coach Ward is a heck of an offensive coordinator. He seems to always know what to call when they're in whatever defense they're in. So, I mean, everyone's just running their routes, doing their job. If I'm open one time, it's me. If it's Alex one time, if it's Brian one time, it's just like everybody does their job, and it all works.
Congratulations and good luck against the Little Giants next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks. All right, now I'm here with the DePauw president, Brian Casey. Mr. President, I think you might be a little spoiled here seeing this happen in only your second year at this university. How about today? What was it like for you?
I went to Notre Dame as an undergrad, so I've seen lots of big games, but I have never been more nervous than before this game. I was so excited for these guys, but no, I think this is fantastic. They've got to be feeling really great. So I'm excited for DePauw. I'm excited for these guys.
And I mean, it's obviously a huge day for them. This has never happened in DePauw history, and it looked like, obviously Austin's been a team on the rise year after year in and year out. How do you feel like they were able to just finally able to get over the hump today?
Well, I think it was clear. I thought in the first half they looked just not quite 100%, and they were getting killed on the screen. The way that team came out in the second half, they just looked like they were so much more energized. It was as if they decided they were not going to let this go away. I've now talked to some of the coaches. There was no big halftime speech. Those kids just came in there and said, "We're taking this." So they just looked sharper. They were executing, and they just wanted it today. So there you go.
What about head coach Robbie Long? I mean, he comes over in a tumultuous situation at the beginning of the year, and look where he has this team right now. What do you have to say about his leadership?
Essentially takes over a season in the worst possible way. He clearly has their respect, clearly has just control of these kids. They love him in the way, not just as a friend, but they love him as a coach. So he's just got the whole coaching staff going. So I think I just have a great admiration for him.
What does this mean for the school? What does this mean for the athletic program? What does this mean for the school heading into the bell game?
It's funny that you say that, because I actually got on the bus this morning as the swimmers were about to take off. They both were swimming Wittenberg today. So I said to them, look at this. The women's volleyball team is now made to the finals of the SEAC. The women's cross country team has won the conference championship. The men are going for the championship. I think this stuff carries across an athletic program, and frankly, it carries across to the university. I mean, if you're going to be a university, you have to be excellent in everything you do. So, we have a bunch of great student athletes who've really performed, and that really redounds across the university.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out here today, and this is great news for you and the rest of the school. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay.